Okay, let's see. Yep, all right. Audio's there. Let's double check the stream. It should be good. Let's see. There we are. Yes, I see myself there, so that's good. Alrighty. Well, hello everybody. Nice to have you stop by.
Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome, come on in.
And we got just a very basic build going on here, nothing special. I've got some parts that are not doing anything. They're sitting around, and figured I'd put something together and see what we got. Okay, yes, I am live. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate that. Okay, good enough. All right, let me go over what we've got here, and we'll go from there. Hopefully the audio is okay. I'm using the wireless microphone, and it should be okay. I was going to use the desk mic, but the desk mic picks up every time I hit the table or do something, and it's a pain in the ass. So we're going to try the wireless this time, see how it goes. Alrighty, let me get my little thing here. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so anyway, what's going on here is we've got, this is an RMA processor from Intel. I won't go into the big story about it. This memory was RMA. Those of you who know the history behind these two parts probably understand what's going on. So these are new, but they've been RMA'd already. So that was those there. It's the i5-11400, 16 gigabytes of G.Skill. The solid state drive is this guy right here. Some of you know about this brand. It's not a bad brand. It's not the speediest, but it's not too bad. This is new. I bought this a while ago and haven't used it for anything at all. And then we've got our micro ATX motherboard, which is this guy right here. And last but not least is the case. This is I think it's pronounced SAMA or SAMA, I don't know. That's an IM01. It's an interesting case. We'll get into this a bit later on, but I'm going to get the platform built first, and then we'll talk briefly about the case. It has some very interesting aspects about it. So that's where we're at. So anyway, let me get some of my stuff out of the way here just a bit. Take a look at the motherboard. Nothing special about it. Micro ATX board, manual CD, SATA cables as usual. IO shield, M.2 screws. There's two of those. And let's get the other camera in over here. And let me see if I have this set correctly. I sort of do. Okay. Give me a moment to adjust this camera here, guys. Just 1 second. All right, there we go. I guess that's about, yeah, I can probably move this over a little bit. It'll probably be better, but all right, let's switch over here. Okay, so motherboard. Nothing special about the board. Again, it's micro ATX. You've got two M.2 slots, one over here and one over here. So it does have two of those, so that's interesting. Get this keyboard out of the way before I screw something up. There we go. It's okay. Given the VRM situation here, I don't know that I would put anything more than at most a 11600, and I think you'd be pushing it. So 11400 is probably fine given the way those VRMs are set up. Let's see what we've got. We've got on the back, we've got all of the, hold on, let me flip this over just a bit. We've got all the basic goodies. It's got HDMI, it's got DVI, it's got VGA, so it's very flexible. This is an 11th gen board, so nothing any real special about that. So that's pretty much it. Not much really to say about it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do the platform, and then we'll talk about the case. So let me move this over just a little bit here. Hold on, camera adjustment coming. Bear with me. There we go. Sorry about the shaking, but it's when you've got manual going on here. Let's see. Can we get that? How close can we get that? All right, that's not too bad. Let me double check the focus on this thing. I don't think it's quite right. There we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay. So I'm going to get the processor going. I need to pop out chat here so I can see it on the second monitor. So just bear with me, guys. Let's see here. Pop this out and get that on the second monitor so I can see what's going on. There we go. Get this over here. And I'm going to increase the font size on this so I can see it, which is going to increase the font size on everything, unfortunately. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick look and see who's here. Okay. Okay, what on is here? It's here. How about that? Haven't seen you in a while. Okay, so let's get the processor out of here and that out of there. Pull that out of there. So there is our, get this over here. There's our processor. Let's see. Put it the right way up, Jim. That would be helpful. There we go. Okay, so there we go. All right, let me pull this up just a tad here. There we go. There we go. All righty, so nothing too spectacular here. We all, I think, know how this goes. Get the lever up. Assuming I can get the lever up. There we go. Okay, and we'll get the processor set in. Now, always remember that this is only going to go in one way. So I'm just going to double check and see if it actually goes in this way. And it looks like it did. I think I got it in the right spot. Yeah, because if I try to flip it over, I don't know if you can see the notches that are over here and here. They have to line up. So those are the only place those notches exist. So if I try to put it in this way, it won't sit down. It basically just, it won't sit down. You can try to force it if you want to, but it doesn't really sit down. So, all right, let's get that set. Hopefully I don't bend any of these pins. All right, so that's in there. And we're just going to, there we go. All right, so that's there. That's no problem. Quick and simple. No problem. All right. Next, I'm going to put in the memory. Because we're going to use the cooler that comes with the CPU. We don't need anything else other than that. So, okay, here's our G.Skill 3200 CL16. Let's get these guys in. let's see, which way are we going to go here? Is that the right way? Probably not. No. Okay, so we go this way. Okay, that looks right. Okay, that went in. Get our second one in. I have to stand up to actually see what I'm doing. Okay. So those went in. All right. Now there's two M.2 slots here that we can put in. Again, there's one here, and there's one down over here. I think that's the one I want. So let me get the drive open. And yes, I know that for some of you, I may be going a little quick here, but I still got to get this into the case. So there's our drive right there. And it comes with its own screw. That's interesting. It does come with its own screw. I'm surprised. All right, so let's see if the standoff is where it's supposed to be. Let's get this in here. Just double check and make sure that... Do I have it the wrong way? I got it the wrong way. That's why. Once again, everything's keyed, so it generally only fits one way. Yep, so I'm good there. All right, I'm going to use the screw that came with the drive, just because they were kind enough to give it to us, so I figure why not. Let me get my little... Oops, nope, that's not the right tip. She said. There we go. All right, so hopefully I don't get this too much in the way. There we go. Let me move this just a tiny bit. All right, so we get that in. Okay, I think that'll do. Yeah, that feels like it's there. All right, I'm gonna move this up a little bit here. Here we go. All right, we're going to take our Intel stock cooler, which is here. With its pre-applied paste. Now, I'm going to try and put it in this position here. And got to make sure that all of these are... Okay, all these are set correctly. Get that out of the way. There we go. Let's get that out of the way. Should be able to just put this on here. Push the little knobbies down, and it should go. So let's see what happens here. There's one. There's two. There's three. One always wants to be stubborn. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah, it's there. So we should be okay. I'll double check that in a second here. Yeah, that went through. That's fine. It's fine. All right. So, whew, talk about your clearance. There ain't much, very much clearance there. Clearance. Whew. Alrighty. Let's see, there are two headers here, and one of them is going to actually say CPU. Let's see. That says chassis, fan 1, water pump, CPU fan. Okay. So that bad boy is going to go right here. Okay. So, bing, bang, boom. we're all set to go. All right, let me just take a real quick look at chat. Let's see what's going on here. D.H. Ringer, hello. George, hello. Ken, I figured you'd be here. John Williams, hello. Let's see, Tony Wallow is here. Just looking real quickly to see, is there anybody I missed? Ski Man is here. I think that's it. There's Rick. Okay, hi Rick. All right, so let's see. Yeah, yeah, smoke test time. Exactly, exactly. Okay, so I've got my 500 watt power supply, which we are going to be using. Get some of this stuff out of the way. All right, so let's go here. Okay, that's in. All right, and where's our CPU power? Nope, that's PCIe. Where's the CPU cable? Nope, that's PCIe. Where the heck is that? It's in here somewhere. Where are you? There you are. Little bugger. Okay, so that's going to go right in here. Come on, there we go. All right, so that's in. Okay, so everybody's in there. Actually, I'm going to turn this around because it'll make it a little easier for me to plug in the HDMI cable, which we are going to need. And I need to... There it is. All right, so I'm going to need that. Alrighty. Okay. HDMI is in. Oh, I get to use my my toy. I bought this a while ago, and I haven't had an opportunity to use it yet, but we're going to use it today. Okay. My new toy. An actual power button. So, let's see here. Where's our front panel? Okay, there's our front panel. So, all right. Now, I probably won't get the power LED set right because that's just the way my luck runs. Okay, those two go there. Power switch, I believe, goes here. Okay, that's there, that's there, that's there. All right, I'm going to reposition the camera. That. And I'm going to take off the bench cam and do the capture. There's the bench cam and the capture. Alrighty. Need power cord for the power supply. Alright, power supply on. Okay. Nothing yet. Let's see if my power button works. Yeah, my power button doesn't work. Do we have the wrong things? Where's the power switch? Power switch should be one of these. Oh, you know what? I probably got it on the wrong two. Hang on. I do. I have it on the wrong two. There we go. Let's try that again. There we go. All right, I'm just going to real quick here. Come on, you. Just show you the fan spinning. Everything's going on. There we go. All right, come on. Yep, there we go. There it goes. Okay, I need to make this bigger on my screen so I can see. Okay, so there we go. All right, so that's P270. I think that's fairly recent. I want to double check. I have the ASRock site pulled up on my web browser. I just want to double check. Yeah, 270 is actually, this is pretty much updated. There is one that's a beta update, which is 2.73. Even though it says it's a beta, it was released January this year. So I'm going to update it to that because we have an Intel microcode update the Intel management engine, and we have the patch for the UEFI log fail vulnerability. So I am going to do the BIOS update. So let's see here. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. I've got my little flashy drive here. We're gonna plug that in. It's plugged in. Give it a moment. And let's see what happens when I need mouse and keyboard. Hold on, guys. I need the mouse and keyboard. Oh, there we go. Gonna be a little difficult to do this without another mouse and keyboard. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's plug that bad boy in. There we go. Give that a moment. There we go. All right, so let's do the InstaFlash. BitLocker. Well, we haven't even installed Windows yet, so I don't think this is going to be a problem. But, you know, hey, I could be wrong. Anyway, what? No screw? Yes, no screwdriver. I'm long overdue for having a freaking screw, the little push button thingy. Although I did get the power LED in the incorrect order. So if I just want to real quick and take a look and see. No, you know what? I'll bet you that I have the wrong. Yeah, see, this is what happens when you try to do things from memory. It never works out. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, while I'm fiddling around with the connections here, let's go ahead and do the InstaFlash. Anyway, so all right, so yes, well, we all understand that. Then it's going to go through its thing. And let me get this over here. Yes, that's the one. And do the update. Yes, I want to do it. Okay, yes. Okay, so while that's finagling, I'm going to fiddle with the connections here. After pressing enter, yes, we'll do this, that, the other, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine, whatever. All right. It shut down. It started back up. Okay, so anyway, while we're waiting for this, anybody has any questions, I will be more than happy to answer them. Let's see. Yes, yeah, exactly. Are you really, really sure? Yeah, yeah. Yep, absolutely. Okay. Alrighty. One fish. There is no speaker bot on this one fish. Sorry. Thank you for stopping by, Sam. Appreciate it. I don't have all of those fancy things. You know, I'm not Ken Stout Live. I'm not Doug. You know, it's just not happening. You know, game over, man. Game over. What? No speaker bot? Yeah. That's right. Live on the edge. Go ahead and power it off. No. No. If I had the BIOS flashback button on the back of this board, which there isn't one, I might take you up on that offer, just to show you that even if you manage to brick it, you can still, with the BIOS flashback, probably get it fixed. But this doesn't have that, so no. Nice try, though. Nice try. Okay. Oh, I hate when these things drag on. Anyway, so coming up very soon, maybe next week, maybe not, I don't know off the top of my head. The white build, which is back here, is going to be put together. Like I said, maybe next week. I want to get it in before August 28th, because from about August 28th to September 10th, I am going to be very busy. I will not have time to play with it. If I don't get to it then it'll be maybe mid-September. It is a very bad thing to power off during a BIOS update. But I still maintain if this had a BIOS flashback button on it, you could still recover from that. All right, so 2.73, we're good. That's all there. CPU fan setting is standard. I have to lean into this to actually hear the fan. And even then, I'm hard pressed to hear it. So, all right, we're gonna leave it on standard for now. I mean, I could put it on performance. That doesn't do it. Seem to much do it. That's full speed. There it goes. Whoa! Yeah. And silent. Okay. For an office build / home use generic build, silent is probably fine. All right, it does recognize our drive, so our drive is there. I'm not going to enable the XMP. We're not there yet. Although, wait a minute, it does say that. Well, it's set for auto. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. So that's the profile that it will do, but I'm not going to enable it right now. I want to make sure that everything is stable at this setting. No need to rush. Okay, so that's done. There we go. Boy, that's a very old drive, and the casing is falling apart. Okay, so we're not going to be doing that much anymore. Okay, so we've got that done. There's some stuff over there. See the M.2 screws, that's fine. All right, this should be, let me just double check here. Yeah, that should be Windows 11. So I downloaded it, a new Windows 11, just to make sure that it's pretty much up to date. So, okay. All right, so I'm going to put this into, let's see, let's try one of the back USB 3 slots. And we're going to Control-Alt-Delete this thing. And once I do that, it should boot off of the USB thumb drive. Let's see if that does actually work. It should. Yep, there it goes. Okay. Alrighty. So, English. Install now. Don't have a product key. This is standard for the way you should do this, quite frankly. You can select which one you want. Pro, home, whichever. I'm going to wind up putting a key for Pro on this anyway at some point. So, next. Accept the agreement, blah, blah, blah. Next. Custom install. If you're doing a fresh install, I always advise custom install. Found the drive, just hit next and let it do its thing. Again, this is going to be very straightforward. I'm going to be going through this pretty quickly because what I want to do is I want to get to the case. The case is interesting. So let me get that over there. This guy's over there. And I don't need a knife. That's not a knife. Right. Trash, trash, trash. Trash. All the trash. Okay. That's got to go in the box at some point. Okay. Let me get chat back where I can see it again. And what do we got here? Let me look. Have I had any long-term experience with those drives? Long-term depends on what you mean by long-term. If you mean like more than 6 months, yes. Okay. Nick Woods, hello, sir. Thank you for stopping by. They're perfectly fine. They're not going to be the fastest drive, without question. They're just not going to be. And it is a Gen 3 drive, which, in this case, doesn't matter whether it's Gen 3 or Gen 4 because the board only does Gen 3. So, no big deal. Okay. Not sure. Thank you for stopping by. Greg M. Hello. Delivered AMD Business System Friday. Get home, find out. AMD CPU security patch coming, but apparently not for 3000 series and older. Oh, okay. John Williams, hello. I don't know if I said hello to you before or not. Pretty sure I did see your name. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I'll have to look up what that's about. I don't know anything about it at the moment. All right. Now, the moment of truth will be coming to see if we can make a local account without having this thing plugged into anything. So that's next. Okay, let's see, what do we got here? It looks like it's 20 viewers. Okay, that's bad. Oh, maybe 19. Okay. Alrighty. Look at that. I got the platform done and didn't ramble on for 30 minutes. How about that, kids? It's amazing, isn't it? Now, obviously, I make this look very easy for those of you who may be new to doing this stuff. I've been doing it a long time. So that's part of the reason why. Alrighty. Okie dokie. Let's go with United States. US. Skip. Okay, here we go. Here's Shift F10. Alrighty. OOBE. Bypass NRO. Oops. Did I get the wrong keyboard, or did the keyboard stop working? Tell me the keyboard stopped working. Oh, there it goes. It took a minute. All right, let's try that again. OOBE /I NRO. Let's see what it does. This should still work. Corley boy. Hello, thank you. Yeah, I don't do live streams very often. Well, is it 23H2 and Win 11? Well, it's definitely Windows 11. That much I think is pretty obvious. All right. States. Well, we'll get there. US. Skip. I don't have internet. There you go, kiddies. Whee! It still works. Continue with limited setup. They're going to put a standard user, not to be confused with Lahu Zahar. Next. No password. Next. Alrighty, location is fine. All the rest of this crap we take off. Lahu Zahar. Anyway. All right, so we're waiting for that. It should be 23H2, but we'll check that in a minute. Just got to wait for it to finish. Okay. Where's my chat? Where's my chat? Come on, bring the chat back up where I can see it. There we go. Oh, this is the part I hate, just waiting for things. Just, it annoys me. Yeah. Let me double check. All right, anyway, let's move on. Okay, so there we go. Obviously, since there's no internet connection, none of this stuff shows up. So we're going to get this out of my way. I gotta take myself out of the picture here because I can't see what I'm doing. Bloody hell. All right, hang on a second. Let me take that off of their screen for just a second. There we go. So anyway, yeah, there's nothing going on here. So let's go ahead and system. There we go. Ready? There you go. 23H2, as promised. And this was using the media creation tool. I think I made the USB about 3 days ago, maybe 4. So yeah, it's the right thing. So there you go. And ready. So with that out of the way, and let me see, what's our resolution set to here? Display settings. No, I don't want 150%. I'll settle for 125 so you guys can see it. But that's just way too big on the screen. I'm sorry. Okay, so we're going to do that. All right, let's find our Ethernet cable, which is right over here. And let's plug that in. Okay, did we get anything? There we go. We have lights. There it goes. Boom. All right, that took a little longer than I thought it should have, but okay. All right, so, and once we do that, there you go. There's all your stuff. All your stuff. As soon as you connect up, then it shows you stuff. All right, so go into system. Okay, everything is there. Da, 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 da. Yeah, it's not going to be. All right, so that's fine. All right, boot, settings, Windows update. Yeah, up to date my ass. Let's go take a look and see. All right, so no surprise, a bunch of updates. Is anybody really shocked? Come on. Okay, so while we're waiting on this, anybody has questions, speak up or type up, depending on how you want to present it. And I'm going to take and scrunch myself up just a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. There we go. Can it run Doom? Not with... Oh, no, hold on. Before I say what I was about to say. Which version of Doom? Doom Eternal? No freaking way. Original Doom? Possibly. Possibly. Maybe even Doom 2. From way back in the, what, 90s? It's possible. Oh, Catherine, I have DVR mode on, I believe. You should be able to rewind. But hello, and thank you for stopping by. How's the new chair? Well, so far the new chair is pretty good. I like it a lot. And I don't have to worry about suddenly sinking. Because that was the problem with the old office chair. It would, on its own volition, just start slowly going. So, it was time. Now the dog sits in it. She's happy. She's here with Dad. We're all good. Wolfenstein. The original one, again, the original one, and maybe Wolfenstein 2. Yeah, it might be able to play that. Yeah. On the internal graphics, yeah. Probably. Intel 13th and 14th gen. Yeah. They've got the new microcode. Beta 2 fix. Yeah. We'll see. Again, we'll see. I'm not going to sit here and worry about it. Now, the fan is ramping up on the CPU here. I'm probably gonna want to take a look and see what the CPU temperatures are here shortly. Just want to check the... I mean, it's not a great cooler, let's be honest. It is the Intel stock cooler, so what did you expect? But I'm not going to worry. Again, I'm not going to worry about it. It's a 12400. It's not going to get that hot. It's just not. Okay, completed. We got, well, that's Intel display. I'm not surprised about that. Cumulative update. Okay, so we're waiting on just this one guy here, I think. Yeah, that's probably all we're waiting for. Yeah, this is not meant to be a gaming. You could turn it into a gaming build. You could add a video card to it, and the 12400 will drive an RX 6600, 6650 XT. It'll probably drive. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. Well, it'll certainly drive an Intel Arc card, like a 750. Shouldn't have any problems driving that without any problem. It probably would drive a 6700 for the AMDs and probably an RTX 3060 12 gig. 11400, that would be enough. That would be enough. You can turn it into a gaming system. Okay, just waiting on the one guy, it looks like. Yes, this is 11th gen. It's, yeah, so that has nothing to do with that. The all white build will be 12th gen. So again, that won't be affected. And the VRMs in this is a B760, excuse me, M motherboard back here. And the VRMs in this are actually not that bad. Yeah, if you wanted to upgrade the platform whenever they finally decide that the microcode is okay, you could upgrade this to a 13600 or a 14600, and the board will probably handle it without any problem. So. Long dog, hello. All right, where are we at here? No, still waiting for this one to finish. I'm just taking a feel on the VRMs. Seem to be okay. Well, this is the downdraft cooler, so there is some air flowing over them in the first place. So. Again, shouldn't be an issue. Should not be an issue. Once it finishes installing, I'll run a couple of tests. I'm not going to run a lot of tests on this because, quite frankly, I don't need to. It's fine the way it is. No, I forgot to take out this. Let me take out the thumb drive. There we go. Just waiting for this thing to finish. Yeah, the 600K would be overclockable. The 600 it would not be. Same thing with if you were to put in a 13500 or 14500. None of those are overclockable either. But you could put them in this board as somewhat of a CPU upgrade if you wanted to. This build warrant using another cooler? No, not really. You could, but not really. It's a 65 watt part. You can't overclock it. It's not going to happen. And it's an 11400. Why would you bother doing that? Even if you could overclock, why would you bother? Well, Long Dog, so are the AMD coolers. The coolers that come with AMD, they're downdraft coolers. Okay, I probably went to sleep or something. Let me hear. There it goes. Yeah, kind of went to sleep. The cooler that comes on any of the G series AMDs, those coolers are downdrafts. Same thing. All right. Keep switching views back in here. Okay. Oh God, this one is taking forever. Holy crap. It's a biggin. Like Al Bundy in his magazine, Biggins. Many of you remember that one. Oh, God. Okay. Just checking to see what we got here. It looks like 17 people. Okay. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm not a big channel, so I don't expect to see a lot of stuff. So I wouldn't worry about it. I'm just happy that I'm here. Kind of like the Cajun Chef on PBS. I'm happy for you to see me. And how many of you remember that one? Oh, well, okay, yeah, from the UK. All right, fine. All right. This also goes back at least 20 years. I'm sorry, I take that back. That might go back 30 years. I don't remember when he stopped. But he was fairly old when he was on, so I'm sure he's gone. Yeah, unfortunately, since I'm an idiot, I don't know how to schedule a live stream. I'm gonna have to talk to Ken about that. I have to figure out how to actually schedule it so that people get notifications like 30 minutes before the stream. Since I'm an idiot, I don't know how to do that, so you don't get any notification until I'm actually live, which has its downsides, unfortunately. All right, are you done yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Dear God. Oh, while I'm here, I might as well do these other things here. Let's come on. No, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Nope. Get out of here. Get out of my face. That's not what I wanted. All right, let's go to here. Taskbar settings. Widgets, I'll leave it for the moment. Do I want it that way? Yes, I want it that way. That's fine. Task view. All right. That's fine for now. Widgets. Yeah, I'll leave it because I'm not the one who's going to be using this. But that frickin' search thing just drives me crazy. Oh my God, are we done? Holy crap, we're done. Restart now. Okay. Yeah, updates are on the way. Yeah. So it's Christmas. dear God. Spare me. No. Poorly boy, I stream very infrequently, and no, not always at the same time. This was an experiment to see if this time slot does any good for me or not. Let's see. 2 for 2. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Tony. 2 for 2. But no, I have no real set stream time. The last stream I did was, I want to say 8 o'clock, 8:30 in the evening, my time. So you're fast asleep by that time, probably. This is an experiment to see if a 4 p.m. stream time will get me more people to show up or not. Because I can compare it to the previous stream and see, well, did it matter? Did it not matter? Whatever. Most of my videos are pre-recorded. I think this might be the 12th live stream I've done. And I've been making at least computer-related videos since 2021, I want to say. Yeah, fall of 2021. So I'm coming up on 3 years of doing this. Okay, 9 p.m. UK, so it's a good time for that. Okay, that's fine. Like I said, this is an experiment to see what happens when this is all over with, and I get back to look at the stats, comparing it to the last live stream. Okay, was there more people? Was there less people? Was there about the same amount of people? Let's see. It's also an experiment to do it on Monday, and I won't go into the details of that. Some of the people who are in chat know exactly why I'm doing this at this particular time. I don't want to go into any of the details. So, anyway. Restarts after restarts after restarts. Oh my God. Okay. Looks like we have a wiener. Okay, so it looks like we have a winner. All right, so that's all set. That's all good to go. And I think that I'm pretty much done, at least as far as the platform is concerned. So with that being said, let me switch over to here. Zoop. There we go. Okay. So platform's done. We're going to turn this thing off and wait for it to shut down. Okay, it's down. Is it down? Yes, it's down. Okay. All right, power supply off. All right, let's undo this and undo the, let me just, okay. All right, let me do that. All right, so let's do that. Come on, there we go. All right, that's out. That's out. Okay. All right, so before I put it in the case, where's my zip ties? Damn it, where are my zip ties? I want to tie up that. All right. tie this up here. Okay. Let's see. What's the best way to attack this? Probably there. All right. I'm going to zip tie this thing down, just because I need to get this set. All right. Yep, that'll work. That's fine. Just want to neaten it up a little bit. I have this wire hanging all over the place. Okay. All right, so that's our platform. Let me get my stuff out of the way here. Get the power supply out of here for the moment. I'll come back to that in a minute. Okay, so that's the platform. That's done. All right. Now, some of you folks have already seen this case because I showed it to the Zoom homies after the live stream. So let me get this out of the way. All right, so here's our case. Let me move this camera up just a little bit here. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay, so here's our case. We got two USBs on the top, which is nice. I like that. That's good. It is micro ATX. It is very generic. It is nothing to write home about. What it is, though, is that it has all these perforations on the sides, both sides. There's some there's some here. You can see it here, which is not too bad. And it also on the bottom. So there's perforations here. There's dust filters on every single side of this, and you can remove these dust filters if you need more airflow. But here's the interesting thing about this case. Everything comes off without screws. So front panel, everybody's used to the front panel coming off. That's nothing new. Okay, no big deal. Okay, but here's the kicker. Top pops off. The sides pop off. The bottom pops off. Everything pops off. So that's what's interesting about this case. And inside every one of those panels is a dust filter. You can probably see it. These are removable. If you need more airflow, you can remove these. Every single one. So I thought that was interesting. So there's your case. Let me see if I can throw a little more light on this. I got these two lights here that I don't normally use. Let me see if they help at all. I don't know if they help much, but that's the guy. It's pretty interesting. Let me go over to this here. Let me see if you guys let me know if this is too bright when I do this. So just give me a second. Okay, that might be a little better. So anyway, we have the power plugs in the back at the top. There's an extension cable here because the power supply mounts up here. Now, that may be a little difficult for you to see, but this cage that's here, you see here, this is for a small form factor power supply. We're not going to be using a small form factor. We're going to be using that Thermaltake, which is an ATX. So this has to come out. So that's got to come out so we can make room for the ATX power supply. So that's challenge number one. Now, challenge number two, in case you hadn't noticed, there's this side bracket here, and the motherboard's got to come in. So we got to remove that bracket, which, by the way, you can put fans on. So again, if you need additional cooling, you want to directly cool the board or the GPU or both or whatever. Well, not the GPU, although this does have a vertical, I don't know if you noticed that. It does have the ability to vertically mount at least a 2-slot card. So theoretically, you could put your 2-slot card vertically and have these fans blowing on the GPU. Same thing here at the top. This is removable here, this bracket here, so you can put your fans on and then put it back in. The same thing, same bracket is on the bottom. So if you want to put fans in the bottom, them there too. The only fan that this thing has is this tiny little, I think it's an 80mm fan. I don't know if I can show it to you. It's there. It's a tiny little like 80mm fan. It's not loud. I've tested it. It's not terribly loud, but it is there. And again, if this is just an office build, you don't need much more than that. So, I don't know. You tell me. I want to see what chat has to say about it. So you guys tell me what you think. I think it's a very interesting case. So I'm going to get this cage out of here. Now, in order to give myself maximum room here, I'm going to take off this top. Change the bit on this before I forget. I'm going to take this top bracket out first, which is just 4 screws. And that bracket comes out. Again, you can mount your fans. So that bracket will come out for the moment. Then I'm going to take out that cage, and that cage, there are 1 screw here, 1 screw here, and it slides out. Could I have built this with a small form factor power supply? Yeah, I probably could have, but I didn't see the point in buying a power supply when I have one. And there we go. Oops. I got this tied to here. Okay. All right, so there's our small form factor bracket. That's not going in. So, all right. Now I'm trying to decide on whether I should do an overhead on this or not. I think probably I might want to. So let me get all of these things out of the way. Okay. All right, so let me get those out of the way. All right, so because of the fact that the space is kind of tight in here, the motherboard is going to have to wind up going in first. So let me switch over to here. Okay, let's try this and see how this works out. All right, so this bracket here on the side's got to come out. Okay, so that's there. All right, then we have all our access here. Now I'm going to get rid of these wire ties here. That'll free that up. All right, get this wire tie off this. And it does come with both 3-pin and Molex. Guess what? The Molex is going away. I'm cutting that off. So probably one of the only one or two things that I do not care for on this case is the fact that they still supplying a fan with a frickin' Molex connector on it. All right, so there we go. Let's put that over there. Get over there. Be a pain in the butt. There you go. Thank you. All right. So let's see. Do I have? He says. Do I? Let's see, where am I here? Yeah, I'm on that. So I'm going to have to lift this camera up a little bit more. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is going to go to the power supply. So I'm going to put that over there for the moment. There's all the front panel power and whatnot. Those are here. There's our HD audio. There's our USB 3. So those are all going to be attached as well. All right, I'm just going to real quick. I'm going to put the IO shield in, and then I'm just going to test fit this, because I think I have to either move or add a standoff in here. So, okay. There we go. Oh, that bottom's not in. There it goes. There it goes. That's better. Okay, there we go. That's it. All right. So that's it. Let's test fit the board. See what I have to do here. Well, you give it up. Remember to take out the dongle. That would help, Jim. There we go. All right, so those two are okay. And yeah, these over here are okay. Yeah, I think I need to add a standoff here. Hang on. Yes, I do. I need to add a standoff. So let me get the bag of parts. And by the way, they for a case that's anywhere between 55 and 60 bucks, they give you a nice little thing of parts. You gotta love that. It's great. And it does have tape over it so that it doesn't accidentally open. There we go. But yeah, it's got a nice little thing of parts here. So, interesting. There are 2 thumb screws that you can, there are holes in the bottom and top that you can actually put the thumb screw in to keep it from coming off. But yeah, let's see. Is there? Yes, there is. There is a standoff. So, you get my needle nose because I'm not going to try and dig in there with my fingers. So there is a standoff. There it goes. There's your standoff. All right, I need, let's see, is that the right guy? Feels a little loose, she said. No, I guess that's the right one. Yeah, okay. So let's put the standoff in. And by the way, if you don't have an iFixit toolkit, you might want to get one because I find that it's very valuable, especially if you're a working technician. I find it eminently valuable. So we just want to snug that down just a bit. Don't want to gorilla it, just snug it down. Okay. All right, so that should take care of that. All right. The board in is going to be easy. It's the power supply that I have some concerns about. Let's get this set in here. Make sure we don't accidentally, oh, there we go. Okay. Well, I do not want to cooperate. Okay, just want to check and make sure I'm not covering up any of the USB ports. Okay, that looks good. All right. So now I'll just put the motherboard screws in. Let's see. Which ones is it going to be? Is it going to be the fine thread? Or is it going to be the coarse thread? Let's take a look and see. Yep, looks like it's the fine threads. Okay, that's fine. All right. So let me see what chat has to say. Yes, there is the parts list below the video that you should be able to see that tells you all the parts that are here. Now, there may not be any links to anything because I don't have affiliate links because I'm not, I don't have anything like that. Let me just make sure these are actually loose a little bit so I can maneuver if I have to here. Wait a minute. Oh, hold on. That standoff that I just put in. Hang on. I think I almost made a boo-boo. Hey, boo-boo. Hang on. Oh, yeah. I almost did. I almost made a boo-boo. That standoff can't go in there. It's going to short against the board. Well, it's a good thing I noticed that before we got to the power on again inside the case. Yeah, that standoff is actually not going to go because if you look, bring the motherboard back in. See if I can get it. Okay. There's the one hole. And there would have been another hole here, which would line up with the standoff I just put in, but no, it's offset. It's down here, and there is no standoff place to put in this case. So I almost made a major faux pas. So that's going to go back in the case of parts. So always make sure that you pay attention to what you're doing. Even somebody like me who's been doing this for a while almost made a mistake. So, well, it's not just counting the number of standoffs, it's where they're placed. Yeah, the alignment is what it matters. Okay, so, all right. So Jim almost screwed up, which is, again, does happen. Every once in a while, I make a mistake, even though I've been doing this for a while. So those of you who are doing yours for the first time, you want to be extra careful, because if that can trip me up, I guarantee you it'll trip you up. So feel like it wants to cooperate. Let's see. This one feels like it's not quite. Okay, I think that's it. There it goes. Yeah, okay, that's it. Alrighty. Get this guy in here. Boy, depending on where that post was shorting out on the board, that could have been a real total disaster. So, always check yourself, kids. Always check yourself. Assume nothing. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because that one doesn't line up anywhere else. That should be just these 5. Okay. All right, so our board is in. Now, while I was looking over this case, I noticed that it was going to be a little tight if I put the power supply in first. Just a wee bit tight, Rabbit. Just a wee bit. So, needless to say, I knew I had to put the motherboard in first. Okay, so that's in. I'm going to do the HD audio while I'm here. And again, since there's no, there's no way to really get it behind the motherboard, and that's not what this case was designed for in the first place. And also, again, it doesn't have a glass panel, so it really doesn't matter. So I'm going to put that in while I'm here. That's in. All right. We got to put all of this stuff here. Let's see. Does it have an HD LED? I didn't really see it, but yes, it did. Okay, so it does have power and HD LED. Okay. I knew it had one or the other. I didn't realize it had both. So I want to consult the manual. Just make sure that I'm putting everything on the way it's supposed to be. just looking over things here. Give me a second, guys. Okay. All right, so it's gonna probably be a little tough to see with my hand in the way, unfortunately. I'm sorry. All right, power switch, HD LED, power LED, and there should be reset, right? Okay. All right, so let's do the easy ones first. He says. Check where I'm at here. Okay, HD LED. That goes this way. Okay, so that one's there. I got to keep looking because I don't like to screw it up too much. Okay. Okay, hold on. Power LED. This one's, I think, a little different. This one says, okay, HD LED is this way. Okay. All right. So that makes power LED. Where are you? Come on, give me, where's the plus and the minus? There's the plus. Come on. I'm not sure why they still insist on having the power LED to be two separate leads instead of just the one. That bugs me, and it's always bugged me. All right, so okay. Yeah, this one's a little unconventional, it looks like to me. Interesting. Okay. All right, so let's get, which one is this? That's the reset switch. All right, that one goes down here. This one goes here, I believe. Okay. That should do it. That's in. I'm going to have to cable manage this at some point. Let's put the rear fan here. There is a notch, so it's only going to go on one way. Assuming I can see what I'm doing. I actually can't see that well. Wouldn't think I'd have this much trouble. There we go. Okay, so that's in, that's in, that's in. Okay, next is our power supply. Now, power supply can go one of a couple of ways. I can put it this way so that it's pulling air and exhausting it out the top, or I can have its own airflow from the front, putting it that way. And I think this is the way I would prefer it, that it has its own air intake and not having to rely on or dealing with the heat that's already inside the case. But you guys tell me what you think. Okay, this went out of focus for some reason. Hang on. The time it's been out of focus. Crap. focus this whole time. I'm sorry, guys. Somebody should have brought it to my attention. So anyway, yeah, again, my tendency is to put this so that it has its own air intake and it goes immediately out the top. That to me seems like that's the right answer. So, all right, so I'm going to go with that. All right, so I'm going to have to stand this up. I need to get to where the power supply screws are. Okay, so it's going to go like that. And then, does this fit through here? I forget. I don't think it does. No, it doesn't fit through there. So I'm going to have to come in, and it's going to have to go like that. And I'll just have to tuck that around. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Alrighty, so all right, does this thing actually have power supply screws by any chance? Yeah, it looks like it does. So we're gonna use these. All right, we're gonna use these. All right. So let's get here's one. There's two. This is why I took the top bracket off, by the way, because it was going to be in my way. That's why I took it out. But as you can see, if you remove all the brackets, and they make them removable, I don't think you're really going to have problems building in this thing. And again, you could have used a small form factor power supply and kept that cage in there. But the idea of this whole thing is to build this with parts that I have that are sitting that are not being used, put it together, and then sell it. This will be for sale in case anybody's interested. Okay, so that's there. That's going to go like that. We'll have to zip tie it at some point. I'll do that later. I'm not going to do it right now. But okay, power supply is in. All right. Okay. So we're going to put 24 pin in. Sure that's in. Okay, that's in. All right, then we're going to do CPU power, which is this guy right here. All right, and again, I can cable manage this later. I'm not going to do it right now because, first of all, cable management's a pain in the ass. Second of all, cable management's boring as hell. So. All right, so tuck all this stuff in here. Here's the, okay, before I forget, let's get our USB 3 plugged in, which is here. Okay, that's in. All right, so USB 3, HD audio, front panel, assuming I wired it correctly. All right, CPU power. Okay, all the rest of this, again, I'll dress up. Actually, I can probably dress up some of this right now, just kind of stick it in there. Right now, it doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to kind of be there. Stuff that guy there. Stuff it, stuff it, stuff it. This guy here. Stuff it up your... I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. Me and the boys were talking. All right. Yeah, it looks a little messy, but you know what? When the covers are on, you're not going to see it really, so don't worry about it. All right, so stuff that over there. Stuff this guy over here for the time being. Kind of be sort of out of the way. Is it pretty? No. Is it more or less out of the way? Yes. So, we're good. Okay, so let's put top bracket back on. And we'll put the side bracket back on. Boy, that's a tight fit. That just fits on the top of that sucker. Oh, never mind. Push it down a little bit, be okay. All right. So let me get this put back in here. And no, I haven't forgotten about the power switch yet. For those of you who are already screaming at me, I haven't forgotten. Yep, see? And you people thought I couldn't read minds. Okay, so that one's on. Put the side bracket on. Okay, that's going to go in here. Oops, I have it the right way? I think it's this way. There we go. Leave. Wait a minute, do I have it the right way or not? Or do I have the wrong bracket? I might have the wrong bracket. Hang on. Do I have the wrong bracket? No. Bracket. Probably got it sitting the wrong way. Yeah. It helps if you have it sitting the right way, Jim. There we go. Okay. All right, so I don't know, guys. What do you think so far? Yes, I know I need to get the cable tied up for that fan. I will do that later. So there it is. So let's see if I wired up the front panel correctly. I'm going to plug in power up there. I will plug in HDMI, which is here. Did I? Oh, I did, didn't I? All right, I'll fix that. No problem. All right, good enough. Okay, so that's in, that's in. Yeah, just a minor little tweak I need to do, but it'll be okay. All right, so that one's in, that one's in. I don't need the network at the moment. Okay, so turn on the power supply. Let me change up our stuff here. Let me get rid of that. Bring this back in. Okay, so that's there, that's there, that's there. Now, if I wired everything correctly, it should light up. Oh my God, the power light came on. Holy crap. Okay, power light came on. All right. It looks like we have a wiener, folks. There you go. So it's pretty much all set. Now, as I said, I got to do some cable management on this thing, but that's pretty much it. I am, just before we end the stream, I'm going to put everything back on. There's our top. All right. Here's our one side here. Oh, I gotta tuck that up out of the way. There we go. Yeah, I gotta zip tie that power cable because it just got in the way. Okay. All right. So there's all our stuff on. So you guys tell me, what do you think? Looks okay. And on the back is running. It's not sexy. Let's be honest. It's not sexy at all. But what do you think? Yes. Yes, with all the removable panels, yes. Cleaning out, dusting out, yes. Very, very easy to do. There we go. So that's it. And yes, the case is flexible. You can add to it. You have enough room in here to put a GPU. Without question, you absolutely have the room. You can do it. If you want to do a normal horizontal, you can do, I think, looks like up to a 1, 2, 3. There are 4 slots back here. I would not put a 4-slot GPU in this at all. I would never do that. That's just dumb. But yeah, I mean, a low-end GPU, mid-range GPU, I don't know that I would have any issue putting that in there. And as I said, if you need more airflow, you can remove some of the dust filters and go from there. So, yeah, well, kids, I think that's going to be it. Let me sit down in my chair here. All right, let me get this out of the way. Alrighty, I think that's going to be it. Like I said, this will be for sale. The parts in here, market value is somewhere between $425 and $450. And there's not a Windows license on this yet. One can be put on it. I would say probably I'll let it go for $500. I don't think that's being too ridiculous. I don't think that's being excessive, considering the fact that basically you got the labor putting it together for free. So let me sneak down my exposure here just a slight bit. There we go. But yeah, what do you mean no OS? I put Windows 11. Where have you been? Windows 11 is on it. The OEM key is going to cost maybe $20, $25. So add that to the cost. I'm looking at 5. I don't think that's being unreasonable. So there's AC. The only AC plug is for the unit itself. That's all. That's the only plug that's back there. The only plug that's back there is just for the main power for the unit. No, there was not a second AC plug. No, there wasn't. So anyway, that's it, guys. Let me know what how you think. Yeah, 500 doesn't value my labor. That's correct. It doesn't. You're absolutely correct. It does not. But that's not the purpose. The purpose is this is built. This is what it cost me. This is what I'm willing to let it go for. Because I have the parts. I now have another system that I don't need. I have no use for this. I built it because the parts were laying around and I figured I need to do something with them. So that's the deal. Anyway, that's about it. Let's see, how much time did I actually spend here? Let's see. What does it say here? 1 hour and 45. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Alrighty. Amsterdam. Yeah, you want to pay the shipping, I'll send it to Amsterdam, but no. No. That's not happening. Anyway, where is, hang on a second, guys. What are we going to do? All right, did it fall asleep on me? It may have fallen asleep on me, or I hit the power button by accident. No, it's on, so it's okay. Anyway, so that's the story. I'm sticking to it, kids. Just to satisfy everybody's curiosity. It's here. It's done. So it does have an operating system on it. I'm not going to waste my time buying a key for it until I know that it's sold. So for the moment, no, it doesn't have a key, but it's got an operating system. So, anyway, some people are never happy no matter what you do. Screw it. Anyway, I think that's it, guys. I'm going to get out of here. It is, first of all, this time is off. Let me do just taking time. That's not right. Eastern U.S., Canada. Okay. Sync now. Come on, you can do it. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have the network cable plugged in. Dumbass. Here's your sign, Jim. Here's your sign. All right, let's try that again. It'll sync here in a second. There we go. It'll sync up. Anyway, that's going to be it. If you guys, anybody's interested in the system, my email is listed in the About tab on my homepage, my YouTube homepage. And with that, I think I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all. Appreciate it. And I'll see you somewhere down the road. Thanks for stopping in. Toodles.